Pura joy, Huawei has renamed its P series, with the new models being called Pura. But apart from this, not much has changed about its general concept. Huawei has again managed to integrate an industry-leading camera into its premium smartphone, which is getting better and better at getting around the well-known problems with Google services. In China, Huawei's new Pura 70 series consists of 4 smartphones that each come in various different storage configurations: the Pura 70, Pura 70 Pro, Pura 70 Pro Plus, and Pura 70 Ultra. In the US, these phones are not available to purchase directly, so you'll have to import them if you would like to use them. Huawei continues to rely on its own SoC, and it again has to do without 5G and the satellite SOS system outside of China for legal reasons. Google services and the associated apps are also not pre-installed on the Huawei smartphone. The Pura 70 Ultra, which forms the spearhead of the series, aims to impress with its camera setup, which relies on a 1-inch main sensor with a retractable lens, but its other lenses also boast powerful specs. The Huawei Pura 70 Ultra comes in 3 colors: green, brown, and black. The former is our test device. Its back is made from structured faux leather that ensures good haptics and grip. The display is protected by 2nd-generation Kunlun glass, which is supposedly even more shatterproof and scratch-resistant. Both of these elements are enclosed by a high-gloss aluminum frame. Huawei indicates a thickness of 8.4 millimeters, whereas we measured 8.9 millimeters. With the camera module included, this value increases to 14.65 millimeters, and with the lens extended, we measured a maximum of 15.9 millimeters. Even so, the Pura 70 Ultra isn't too top-heavy and feels well-balanced when you hold it in your hand. The Huawei smartphone's build quality is good. All gaps fit together tightly and evenly, and the SIM slot cover also sits flush with the frame. The Pura 70 Ultra successfully resists twisting attempts and only lets out a minimal creaking noise. The protective film applied to the display at the factory offers additional protection, but our test device already showed bubbles forming in the corners after a short time. The smartphone is also both waterproof and dustproof in accordance with IP68. So far, there's no precise information on how much CO2 is emitted during the production of a Huawei Pura 70 Ultra. The manufacturer has also not communicated the proportion of recycled materials used. However, the outer packaging is mainly made of cardboard, which is said to come from sustainable forestry. Unfortunately, this is shrink-wrapped in plastic. Spare parts were also not available to purchase at the time of testing, but Huawei does name the cost for defective components on its website and in the My Huawei app. However, these are guide prices for repairs that aren't covered by the warranty. In terms of updates, Huawei is very frugal and follows the Chinese market, where 2 major updates and 3 years of security patches are the norm. In terms of sustainability, Huawei still has a lot of room for improvement. Compared to the P60 Pro, Huawei has removed support for nano memory cards from the Pura 70 series. What's new, however, is its integration of near-link wireless technology, which is also used in the manufacturer's tablets. The USB 3.2 port can transfer data quickly and achieve 269.98 MBs in our copying test. The interface also supports OTG and wired image output. For the latter, either the display content can be mirrored or desktop mode can be used. Connected data carriers can be formatted with FAT, FAT32, XFAT, or NTFS. An infrared transmitter, NFC, and Bluetooth 5.2 are also integrated. The Huawei Pura 70 Ultra uses the operating system EMUI 14.2, which is based on Open Android 12. At the time of testing, its latest security patch was from May 2024, so still quite up to date. However, the phone is said to receive only 2 version upgrades, whereby it isn't totally clear what Huawei considers to be a new version, as Android 12 is now almost 3 years old. Harmony OS Next is also a completely new operating system which has been announced, although no reliable information is yet available. Security patches will only be available for 3 years. Given the price, this is a very short period of time. Huawei has pre-installed numerous shortcuts from third-party apps. These can be removed, but this takes a little time due to sheer quantity. The app gallery is available for app installation alternatively. APKs can be installed directly directly from the web via the pedal search, although this is associated with an increased security risk. The Huawei Pura 70 Ultra supports 2.4 and 5.0 GHz of Wi-Fi 6. This means you'll have to go without fast standards such as Wi-Fi 6E or Wi-Fi 7. Together with our reference router, the Asus ROG Rapture GT-AXE 11000, the Huawei smartphone may have achieved stable data rates, but they were slightly slower than what's usual for the standard. There's no 5G reception in the global version of the device due to trade restrictions against Huawei, and the satellite SOS system available in China isn't supported either. Instead, you'll have to make do with LTE. This wasn't particularly fast using the German telecom network. The Pura 70 Ultra supports a wide range of satellite connections with up to 4 bands. This lets the phone locate users quickly, even indoors, although it takes a few seconds to settle on the exact position. We compared the Huawei smartphone with a Garmin Venu 2 on a bike trip. The Ultra showed our position more accurately than the fitness smartwatch, but it retrieved the position less frequently, making curves look a little more angular. All in all, a very good locating performance. The Huawei Pura 70 Ultra supports dual SIM, but only with 2 nano SIMs. There's no eSIM support. Functions such as VoLTE and Wi-Fi calls are also supported. Voices are transmitted very well to the smartphone when held up to your ear, and background noise is effectively filtered out, even in noisy environments. When using the loudspeaker, the user sounds a little muffled, but otherwise, it's well suited for phone calls. The Huawei Pura 70 Ultra's front-facing camera features autofocus and eye tracking. Plus, it has access to a plethora of effects, as well as a portrait mode with beauty filters. It can record video in a maximum of Ultra HD and at 60 frames per second. The colors and selfies look nice and balanced, and the photos look sharp. In low light, some noise quickly creeps in. The highlight is on the back of the device, as Huawei's made use of a 1-inch sensor for the very first time. It features a lens that expands automatically. This is intended to increase the distance between the lenses and the sensor to allow more light to fall in. In addition, Huawei has once again provided a variable aperture, which automatically regulates the exposure in 4 stages, but it can also be controlled manually. Sensor Shift OIS is used for image stabilization. The Huawei Pura 70 Ultra's scope of delivery is comparatively extensive. In addition to the smartphone, buyers receive a modular 100-watt power adapter, which offers an interface for both USB Type-C and Type-A, but can only supply one device with power at a time. A protective cover, a SIM tool, and a USB-C cable are also included. The top-of-the-range Huawei smartphone is covered by standard local warranties that depend on the location in which you purchase your phone. The phone's capacitive touchscreen features a sampling rate of 300 Hz, is nice and smooth, and responds to touches reliably and accurately. If you believe that the phone's near-link integration will also include input pen support, then you will be disappointed. An optical fingerprint sensor is integrated into the display to ensure biometric security. It recognizes saved prints quickly and with high accuracy.